Hello, this is week 7 with our 4...
No!
This is just bad.
Lifestyles of the broken famous, trying to figure out what my goals and aims is.
Hello, welcome to episode 7 of Correct Me If I'm Wrong. It's a show where me, Brock Hayden, Alex Chavez, John George go around and correct each other's opinions. So, who won last week? I believe that would be Alex Chavez. So he's going to pick the order today.
Wow,
That was really fast.
Arnold
Yeah.
Palmer alert.
We got plenty of time for all the
We have a lot of
topics,
time. Now we can slow down a lot.
Yeah.
We can. He was talking really
I
fast.
took speed.
Yeah, he did take speed. Chavez, who's going to go first?
Well, first will be John George.
Wow.
Because he didn't talk a whole lot last week.
I
Yeah.
didn't talk. I was sick.
He survived.
I'd like to apologize to all my fans. I'm really sorry that I wasn't there for all of you guys.
John, no one watches this for you, bro.
And I'm really sorry.
I think it's safe
No
to
one
say that
wants
you
to
don't
be
care
friendly
about
with
him.
them.
all that.
That's a good point.
I was really sad when I got all those emails about how sad they were that I was sick.
Were they mad? A lot of
They
them.
weren't mad.
They
They were
were mad.
disappointed.
All my friends aren't big NBA fans, so they didn't really listen to the last one. AKA me fans. That's why they didn't listen to the last one. So my topic this week, we're going back to some social media. Remember when Brock talked about Snapchat?
That was me. Thank you, though.
Remember when
That
Brock
was
talked about
actually
Snapchat?
me. That was me, yeah.
Trying to take...
I think that was me.
Yeah.
I talked about how the Snapchat stories, Snapchats like send you an email of like all the Snapchats you've ever taken.
No, I talked
Okay,
about
but he
my
brought up the
topic
topic.
was Snapchat.
No, he didn't. Okay,
You're
let's
all
go on, though.
fools.
Clinker is
Keep
running
that.
out of so many ideas that
Hey,
he's
this
trying to
isn't you
steal
guys.
ours.
This is
Yeah.
John's
Okay,
time
go
to
ahead, John.
talk.
I'm sorry.
Clinker, are you actually going to bring a good topic
Hey,
this week?
Shut up.
Stop.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Twitter is dying out.
I'm gonna.
I'm certainly going to correct you.
Brock, you can
Correct
start.
you.
I got on Facebook yesterday for the first time in some 5 months.
That's a ghost town. If you want to talk about dying out, look at freaking Facebook.
A ghost
Okay.
town besides all the people
Yeah.
that you never wanted
I feel like
to
when
hear
I
from.
go with my topic, I never explain it right away.
Well, yeah.
I want to explain it.
Well,
go
maybe
ahead.
you should do it next time. Or now.
Now. Let's do it now. So, much like Facebook, I remember when that was dying out. That was like 7th grade. It's right now, for me, it is in that, it's in the position that Facebook was in. I go on it every once in a while. I don't post anymore. None of my friends post anymore. I'm on my whole Twitter feed is literally just like Sports Center and just news stuff. It's none of my friends posting anything.
Maybe your friends are just boring because Quinkard and I are still
Yes.
pretty heavy users of Twitter.
And let me say one
Sounds like
thing.
a regional
when
thing.
when people get into college, social media becomes a lot less important. I can guarantee you the people in high school are still killing that feed.
Kill-
Oh, I promise you because I get on there
Yeah,
every day.
I mean,
and
I
see
follow high school people. Like, they still tweet all the time.
Jeez, so basically we found out you guys are perverts.
It. Yeah,
Yes,
basically that's what
okay.
I'm saying. I'll
I
admit.
guess you can say that.
I'm an undercover cop, and this is an arrest.
This is a sting operation.
This is what I've been waiting for.
You're gonna arrest me for following underage people on Twitter?
It's illegal.
Wow.
Well,
I
no wonder it's
deserve
dying
it.
down.
I deserve this.
All
Take
right.
me to jail.
No, it's definitely not dying down.
Yeah, it's still here.
I think
it's
it's
gonna
actually
be here all day.
Name a social media site more popular than Twitter. Go ahead.
Snapchat.
MySpace. Thank you, producer. Not quite though. Snapchat maybe, but that's a completely different ball game. As far
I
as
think
like,
it's more popular.
Yeah, it's a totally different
but that's a
ballgame.
totally different thing.
That's
like
not
as far
like
as like
the
putting out your thoughts,
posting
Twitter's
your-
like on top by a long
those
shot.
You can still
Facebook
send out
before-
your thoughts with images.
No,
Yes,
No.
you can.
Instagram, maybe?
in like 20.
And you can also put words in them.
No, but like you can't go through a person's like thought process like you can on Twitter on Snapchat.
Twitter's a totally different thing.
Twitter's more thought, Snapchat's more place.
Okay, but they're like they're both social
Yeah.
media.
I think I just made a really good point.
I think-
That was pretty good. That was a
Thank you.
pretty good saying. Maybe you should make the motto for social medias.
I'll think about it. I could put it on a shirt possibly.
Yeah. I don't think there's any money to be had in social media, though.
Yeah.
Money to be had?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
They
Twitter-
sold Facebook for like a few bucks, right?
No, okay, you're kidding because there's a ton of money for the people. Because Mark Zuckerberg is very, very rich.
No.
MySpace,
He's a spy.
they
He's a
sold
spy.
MySpace for like $500 million, and that was at like the end of its reign. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of money to be made in social media.
MySpace is better.
It's coming back. It's on. I never made one, but I'm making one now. 'Cause
Really?
It's back on the rise.
I did not know.
John, I'm convinced I could look up stats that show that Twitter isn't dying down.
That. Okay.
So I think like it's not even an opinion.
I mean,
that
you
you're
could
wrong.
look up stats about Facebook too. It's definitely not dying down. It has so many users, but it died down for me. It died down for all my friends.
I will
Okay,
say,
so you can't say just because you and your friends are having...
It's dying down personally.
Well, you know, now you're
Wow.
completely
It's
dying down.
changing. Now
It's
that
dying down.
Why should the listeners care about you personally and your feelings about Twitter?
that's just
Maybe-
their perspective.
Yeah.
We're talking
I
about
just think
Brock.
I could connect with people. I just feel like right now, in my time of my life, as a almost 20-year-old man, Twitter is just not the way I want to go anymore. It's
What
not.
way do you want to go?
face to face, people
I-
don't do that anymore.
I know they don't. It's just whenever I go on
millennials.
Twitter, I'm never entertained when I go on Twitter anymore.
Really.
Twitter still gives me a lot of entertainment.
There's a lot of
Twitter-
entertainment on there, but I don't care for it. I would rather.
I will say I don't tweet that much. I usually just retweet.
It's
I
more
think-
of an information thing for me.
Yeah,
Like,
I
like
get-
doing
I
good-
get-
I
I
get
get
a lot of
all
information.
of that.
all of my news,
Yeah, like
all
a
of my
ton of stuff
sports.
like
I
my
think,
feed.
I
Vernon
think
Davis just
Reddit.
got
I think
traded.
Reddit
Yeah.
does
The
that
Broncos, that's
much
where I get my
better.
news.
I think Reddit does that much better because you can customize completely.
Reddit's confusing.
I don't like it. It's way too confusing. I agree. You have to-
Reddit is
lots
not
of words.
confusing.
don't you have to
at
like
all.
look it up to like?
No, you don't. You subscribe
almost-
to a bunch of subreddits, which are things
See,
you're
you already
interested
got me
in.
confused with subreddits.
It's just like a Twitter
Reddit's a
follower.
thunder-
If you wanted to,
Reddit's-
it's like a Twitter follower. But if you wanted to follow, you like the league. If you wanted to follow just like the league and all of their fans and all of the
I don't
fan
care what
base,
their fans have to say though.
I
you
want the
don't wanna
general.
talk
I want
with
the
their
general
fans?
public. That's like a specialized thing. I want the general
like
public's
here's what you
opinion
get.
on
You
everything.
get like a news. You get a news article. Someone posts a news article. Then you go to the comment section and you see what everyone thinks about it.
Like
Right?
I
It's all in
follow
one
Sam
space.
Ponder on Twitter. I don't care
yeah.
what people have to say about her fans.
I want to know what people I know have to say about things.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. That's for me. People don't want to tell me that stuff anymore. They've had enough of Twitter.
See, like I don't care. Like I want to know that Vernon Davis got traded, and I want to see what people I know have to say about Vernon Davis getting traded.
I
you
guess.
know?
Well, no one cares. No one I know
Okay, that
cares
was just,
about
that was just a complete like
Yeah,
that was an
that was-
example, but like I want to know what people think about the big.
So
news.
I go on Reddit. I mean,
But
I
I
could just
know.
see like what people generally think because the top comment is going to be, "Oh, this is what everybody thinks."
But you don't know them
mainly.
personally.
I guess I don't know them personally, but you can meet them. You can chat with them.
That's really
you can
weird.
Talk to them. I mean, why not? It's the internet. You just
Pretty-
talk to
those
people.
are random people, though. Those aren't the people that you know.
Yeah, I don't care about the people. Clearly, the people that I know clearly don't want to share what they think anymore. I mean, clearly, I go onto Twitter. No one cares. No one
Maybe-
like replies to things. No one like. I would have to personally say, "Hey,
Maybe
look
you
at
need
this
some more
tweet. What do you
exciting
think
people
about
in your
it?"
life.
Like, I don't really care. I mean, I don't care what my friends think about things. Really, I just
Wow.
Ouch.
Sorry,
I
Sean
don't care
Williams.
about what anybody thinks.
I do care about.
Maybe everything's dead to you now. Then
Wow.
maybe you
We
should
just
consider
got
that.
so deep.
Is this like that South Park where Stan just starts seeing everything as a big pile of poop?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? Not at all.
you just walk
That's
around.
exactly what
This
it
is-
is.
No.
Poop to you?
I mean, if they don't want to share what they think about it, they clearly don't care enough to reply to like ESPN's tweet and say, "I care. This is what I think about this."
That's not what they
people on your
do.
timeline
It's not what
do
they
that?
do. It's
What
just
do
like
they do?
a couple people like tweet something about it. Like
No, I mean nobody tweeted anything about that.
I don't know why we're. It's not Vernon Davis. I don't care.
No one tweets about Vernon
I don't care
Davis.
about Vernon Davis. I'm talking about in general big news stories. They will tweet out a few things about their reactions, like big news stories.
Yeah, I mean, I know personally that
And
some
then
of the
there's
people,
other stuff
the main people who
people
tweet on my
tweet.
timeline have different opinions from me about something political that would happen or something. Like the Twitter feed is personalized at this point for me, where it's like I would just get really mad by what people are saying. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I think the people who I follow, that the only people who tweet things are just people who have an opposite opinion of
That
me.
can make a negative experience.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So that's why I
So
would
you
go
should-
on Reddit.
So
and
you're
then-
saying-
That's why they give you the option to unfollow people, though.
okay, but then my
And follow
timeline would
new
be of
people.
absolutely
Because
no one.
he's saying the people
Well,
he
you
likes
can
don't
follow
tweet.
new
I'm
people.
saying the people who I like and who would have the same opinion
so-
as me don't tweet.
I think we, just as a consensus, we can all agree that
Twitter.
personally for him it may be dying, but in general it's
Twitter's
not
still
dying.
here.
It's still here.
It'll be here for a
Still
while.
thriving.
We'll hear you
Especially
say.
for guys like Schefter.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely
Absolutely.
worded that. I mean, because Facebook's definitely still here. And Twitter's definitely still going to be here.
Facebook's still here. It's used by
It's used by
older
a
people.
lot of people.
Older people.
Once the
a
older
lot. It's
people
used by a
join,
lot. Like I still see girls like our age post pictures.
Yeah.
Like, my sisters post pictures on there.
If you look at, like, I feel like a
but
lot of
even
people...
that's more just for the older people to see because
Yeah.
like your older relatives are like, you never post anything, and then you're like,
it's
okay,
more formal.
I'll post. Yeah, it is more formal.
In high school, people just stopped posting, but then you would see all of a sudden the people who were like above my age and went to college, all of a sudden they would start posting again, and it'd be kind of weird because you would have, I don't know, just everyone in college seemed to get back on Facebook for some reason. I was confused once I got to college.
All right.
Never happened.
That's the clap from Chavez.
Are you
That
cutting
means
it off?
Chavez is cutting it off.
Cutting
He's
it off.
saying
Next
it's next. Okay.
topic. We'll go with Mr. B. Hayden.
All right. Okay. I forgot my topic, so give me a second.
Next, Mr. Quinker.
Okay, I'll go then.
Okay,
That's
never mind.
embarrassing. No,
We
I
don't
got
have-
it.
we don't have time
Rock,
to
you're
do
next.
lollygagness.
You do this stuff all the time.
I'm
I'm
here.
going to punish
No,
you for once.
I'm here and I'm ready.
You're next.
Okay,
We're
I just-
correct
punishing
me
you. We're
if
punishing
I'm
you.
wrong, but I should not be punished for my actions that don't hurt other people or their property. Let me just give you an example.
Okay, thank you.
Like, let's say I'm not wearing my seatbelt, and behind me I see red and blue lights flashing in my rearview mirror, and they come and they give me a ticket because I didn't wear my seatbelt.
Is this from personal experience?
This is not from personal experience, actually. I've gotten 3 warnings because I got that charm. That's okay, though.
For a seatbelt?
But anyway, so
What do
it's
you,
for
what do you say
personal.
to them?
I'm-
Just be like, just give me an example.
I just give them a wink. But anyways,
Wink from the quink.
But anyways, it's my decision to put on my seatbelt or not. It's not going to hurt anyone else if I don't put on my seatbelt. Okay? And I'll give you another example. I am by no means saying I smoke weed or do anything like that. But if people want to smoke weed, is that going to hurt anyone else? No. That's their personal choice to go and do that. And if it's not harming anyone, why do people have to get in trouble for stuff like that? Do you know what I'm saying?
So why
So you're saying you smoke weed?
Well,
That is not at all what I'm saying.
Like a pretty real situation.
You know, like, I think
No,
I'm kidding.
God.
as long as you, so if you're just like smoking weed at your house, like by yourself, and you're not bothering anybody else.
It doesn't have to be about smoking weed. I was just giving you an example.
no, this is
You
specifically
are-
about
I
weed.
know. I was just.
This is not about weed at all. I'm saying in general
I was saying in general, like, that's
actions
the kind of thing you're talking
that
about.
don't affect other people should not be punished.
But this is also so this is illegal. So those two examplos are things that are illegal.
that are illegal that don't affect
You
anyone
can't-
else
yeah.
besides,
So
and
you
it's your own
can't-
choice.
You have to buckle your seatbelt, and you cannot be in possession of marijuana.
Yes.
Or else you are
You're
violating the law.
Yes, you are.
That you
violating
could be
the law.
punished for.
You
Yes.
could be punished for it, and Quicker's saying you should not be punished for that.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's called the harm principle.
The harm.
Thomas Sowell or something like that came up with it. He was big on like privacy and no government interference.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna correct you. I'm with you on this. I think that you should have your own choices if it affects your body, as long as it's not gonna directly influence anyone else.
Chavez and
Can
John
you-
are thinking really
They're-
hard.
Can
about
you
They're
restate
perplexed
it?
by this.
Please restate the thesis.
it. Restate the thesis.
Yeah.
Please,
So-
I don't want to edit.
What, dude? This is gold.
Just do it.
Okay.
Why is...
So if you,
I have to edit that out now.
yeah, that's your fault. I don't think it's that bad. He's asking me to
Well, I
redo
don't
it.
want to have to redo the whole thing.
We're not redoing anything. I just,
He just-
want to rehear...
So-
I just want to hear the question.
So
again.
if you, so if you do an action that does not harm anyone else and has absolutely no effect on anybody but yourself, you should not be able to be punished for it.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have any
I'm
thoughts on that?
Are you
I'm
gonna
in.
correct him?
No. John?
What's up?
Why does no one have any prolonged thoughts on this? This is a pretty good question.
Hey, it's a pretty valid point.
I've been trying to think of like something that would like maybe go against it, or maybe something that you like forgot about that would maybe like be fair to
like drive
punish
up
you
the
for.
ratings.
No, like something that would be fair to punish you for, that like where you were only hurting yourself, but then if you're only hurting yourself,
I would
why
even
should
go
you
to
be
the
punished?
extent to say, like, people that are doing, like, hard drugs, like crack and whatever.
They
like,
should be allowed to do them as long as they aren't getting
Yeah.
in a car or like doing something that could hurt other people.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. That brings me to the conversation now. Okay. I don't think that should be illegal either. Hard drugs.
Is this a new topic?
No,
Bonus?
this is the same topic,
This
Chavez.
is the same topic.
You should, like,
Topic.
there's another example. You
This
should
is
do,
the
like,
exact same topic.
Even hard drugs, you should be able to do, like...
Have you guys ever heard of Europe?
Yep, I
Yes.
have heard of you.
Can you refresh me a little bit?
I've heard of it, but I'm not.
It's
really
a different
sure.
continent.
Like,
Whereabouts?
is it in Australia?
It's not in Australia. That's another continent.
Antarctica.
There's some
So you're
countries
talking
in
about
Europe.
Russia.
Would you let him get on with his point?
There's some countries in Europe. They said, you know what? Hard drugs, they're legal. I don't care.
There's some
and what
countries in
drugs?
South America that said that too.
What?
Who and what drugs?
I'm pretty sure,
Specific.
like Bostonia. They definitely.
Boston?
Nope. I think that's a.
Little Bostonia in
I'm
Boston.
almost positive that Bostonia, a random country like Greece, maybe it's probably legal to do drugs there.
Portugal? Netherlands? Portugal, it has been 10 years since they
Make all drugs legal.
decriminalized possession of all drugs within its border, from marijuana to heroin and everything in between.
They decriminalize it even when like driving vehicles and stuff, because you shouldn't be allowed to drive a vehicle.
I'm
if
not
you're
sure
high
about
on,
that.
If you're like high on cocaine, you definitely should not
Did
be
you say
allowed
heroin?
to operate.
Yes, from
everything.
marijuana to heroin.
Wow,
Um,
that's thick.
I don't know specifics, but it's working out well.
Less people are doing it. I have heard
Yes.
that less people do it if it's decriminalized.
And imagine how much more, like, profit the government could make off that.
They
like,
shouldn't be
they make
selling drugs. The government shouldn't be out there selling drugs.
Well, I mean, that's the only way... the government would have to regulate it if it was going to be legal.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be, like... It would be like a shop on the
Yeah,
corner
there'd
instead
be,
of a
like,
man on the
stores.
corner. You know? There'd be, like, stores to go buy it in.
Stimulate the
I guess they would get
Yeah, like
taxes off of
Colorado...
it.
Yeah, I mean, on
But
top of
then
taxes, though,
it
like,
definitely
people are
shouldn't
going
be-
out and spending their money.
It shouldn't be legal to, like, market that kind of stuff. Like, do heroin, you'll be cool. Like, that shouldn't
No,
be
I
legal.
mean, it's like cigarettes.
Which
I
it
like
would
cigarettes.
be.
You can't
Yeah,
market
but-
cigarettes.
would be.
Cigarettes you can't do.
You can't market
do that.
cigarettes, though.
Yeah, that's true. I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess
they would
could
do it like that. for
It'd be
sure.
tough to, like, mandate all that, but...
Yeah, it would
Because
be, it
even
would be a
now,
long
still,
process.
even now, still, like you see ads for cigarettes that are going to try and convince people
Yeah.
to smoke.
Like every law, it would
No,
be a
they
hard
can't
thing
do
to
that.
do.
Well, I mean, there's stuff out there that they do to try and convince you to smoke. Like
But-
they bring models in places and do all kinds of stuff to get you to smoke.
No, I think that's, like, explicitly illegal.
Only certain things. They
Here,
find a way around
Europeans are a lot more mature than Americans.
Yeah.
As far as, like...
Illegal
this is getting, like,
drinking-
sex
like-
education.
or
and
drinking
everything like
age
that.
is-
Drinking age is
Drink
like
as long.
it. Drinking
16.
18, I believe. Maybe it
Different-
is 16.
differs in
Yeah,
different
it differs in
countries.
different
Yeah,
countries.
but like
It's like a reasonable age. Like the fact that you can go to war here and you can't drink alcohol is kind of silly.
Yeah,
You
it's
can-
a different life. It's like a different sort of lifestyle when it comes to drinking because of that. So that's what I was gonna go into. Was kind of like,
Well, drinking's a lot more dangerous than a lot of the things.
yeah,
This-
yeah, it is. It's one of the worst
Like,
drugs for you.
Honestly,
actually.
like, if anything, alcohol should be, like, the thing that's banned, and, like,
Yeah.
weed should be legal when you're 21.
it's kind of crazy to think about. But it's like it like brings up a weird point. That's like laws kind of make people like want to not buckle their seatbelts
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
People just like being rebels.
Yeah,
Some people
so-
just want to see the world burn.
Yeah, maybe
Some people just.
The Joker.
we always say that quote and then point to the Joker, right?
Exactly. You want to know how I got these
I was
scars?
just gonna say
Want to know how I got these cars?
My dad was a car dealer.
So
in one day.
He died, and I inherited it.
we never.
the Joker would probably like that kind of society where you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
He
well,
loves
it
when
wouldn't
people
be
make bad
chaos. Is the thing
decisions.
we're seeing.
Yeah.
Be chaos.
It wouldn't be is the thing.
Yeah,
The
so
fact
Joker
that like
wouldn't
drug
Maybe Joker
charges
wouldn't
can
like
the
it.
drug charges can like affect like you getting hired and like getting a job
Yeah.
and like everything. It's on your permanent record, and that I just don't think that's right. Not that I have any of those things on my record.
Well, now
once
you're
again.
taking it out of a personal place, though.
Yeah.
Like
No.
at first, you're saying if that's your personal
That's
choice,
affecting
then yeah,
your
but if other
workplace.
people don't.
That's
like,
affecting your workplace. It could affect the work
Yeah.
you do, which could affect in turn the work another
So
person
Well, you,
does.
I mean,
what's
it's
your
their
choice, and
It's
that's
their
your
choice
fault.
to. Yeah, it's your choice, and if they want to fire you, they can fire you.
Yeah.
But
I also think they should be
It
allowed to
shouldn't
like
be
test you
illegal.
and stuff. They should be allowed to test you and all that.
Well, yeah, if you want to get a job where they test you, of
Yeah.
course they can test you.
Yeah, okay.
If they don't want like a pot addict.
But it should be your choice if you want to fail the test or not, without
Yeah,
getting
I mean,
punished by the government.
You don't get punished if you fail a drug test for a job.
No, you
get
don't.
fu-
I mean, but you don't.
You don't get the job.
You don't
which
get the
is fair.
job. I mean, that's fair. That's completely fair if they want to keep all that in place. But they shouldn't be able to like punish you legally. I know you don't get punished legally if you fail a drug test.
Okay.
But you shouldn't be able to be punished legally while
I'll
you're
just let it go.
doing the
I'll let
stuff
it go.
that makes you fail the
Do you
drug
not
test.
know
All
about
right.
this, Quaker?
Okay, we got to move on. That
Next
can go on
topic.
all day.
All right, I have my topic now if you want.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Awesome.
All right.
Chavez's turn.
So
All
you'll,
right.
you'll go?
No, Brock's going.
All right, I'll
He's going
go.
to forget it again.
Okay. I'm
forgot
here.
it.
I actually never forgot it. I just wanted Quinker to go.
Okay.
My topic is, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are going to underage drink, so I got another one to do with drugs,
Oh my god.
then you should do it while you're in high school. You should do it around people that you know, around people that you're comfortable with. You should do it in an environment that you've been comfortable with. You shouldn't do it in college and get yourself in huge trouble, kill yourself, get yourself in terrible situations. I've seen people.
So you're saying for the first time, though.
I'm saying, like, you should get used to it. If
Yeah.
you're going to do it, like, you should get accustomed to, like, the consequences and, like, where your limits are and all that before you get to, like, a big environment where you
Yeah,
could
it should
really...
definitely be in a controlled environment.
Like, I'm not condoning that you should underage drink, but if you are going to do it, I've seen people that haven't done it before, and then they get to, like, a bigger environment, and then it's even worse because they don't know their limits, they don't know what's okay and what's not okay, and then they lose it, and they do something, they go off the deep end because they're not experienced enough to know what they should be doing.
Man, that is. We are going to walk a thin line on this one.
First,
Once again, I'm not condoning that you drink, but if you are going to, I think it's
You're
better
saying-
You're
to
gonna
do
make a
it
bad choice.
You're
in a
saying-
more controlled environment, which would be like high school, where you have like your set friends and you're not around people that you don't know.
So are you saying just like group of like 4 or 5 people, not like a big party or anything, right?
I guess so, yeah.
First, I'll say sorry, mom and dad, but I do agree with this. I may or may not have gotten in a little bit of trouble in high school with that. It was a rough stage with the family, but I do agree.
Do agree.
Just to get that experience and
Yeah.
learn from it before
Before you get
into
to college.
Before you get into this environment where it's
Or at
like-
least in summer.
I don't know, man. That's really... Because are you really going to tell people, like, if you're ever going to drink, you have to drink in high school?
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but like,
And you
it's,
don't even have to. You don't
Are
have
you
to underage drink. You can just. Get
I know you
completely,
should, but I'm saying if
That's
you're going to tell people that you're
I'm just saying it
gonna
would be
drink,
better. You don't have to tell them that they have to. I'm just saying it would probably be better for
It's
them.
probably more beneficial.
I'll admit it's probably
Very-
going to be better for them. I was thinking about this the other day.
Or at least do it
People-
in the summer going into college.
Like you see so many people, like from like high school that never drink, and then they do it in college, and they get in like big trouble, or they like completely
They
lose
just
it.
don't know how to like
Or
handle
they
it.
start, they start doing.
It's like
crazy
a weird
stuff.
environment to jump into. It,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I don't know if I would ever tell a senior in high school, like, hey, I know you haven't drank yet, and if you plan on drinking in college, you're going to want to drink now. Like, I don't know if that's really the advice that I would be sending.
I mean, I think you should do it when you're ready. And
I mean,
everything,
maybe
but
you could, like, ease into it
It's
once you
not,
get to college or
once
something.
again, I'm not telling people that they should. I'm just merely arguing that it's more beneficial if they do. I'm not saying, hey, do it, or hey, you have to do
I'm
it.
going to disagree with you. I think people are mature enough to ease into it once they get into college.
Clearly not. There's
I mean, there's some people that aren't, but I feel like there are a lot of people that definitely are.
There's
mature
people that
enough.
are, but I think it would be better for most people
Okay.
if they were going to do it, then they should get it over with and learn their limits, learn what they can and can't do, and then around like in a better environment for it, and then go from there.
I see what you're saying, but I still can't completely agree with that. That's okay though.
Quaker's got morals.
It's not anything about
I
morals.
guess
but
Morally, I'm like I would prefer like if people didn't drink, that's like if you didn't underage drink, that's great, like that's fantastic. But if you are, then it would be good to
do it with your
learn
friends. Okay.
Yeah.
learn what you can and can't do.
I think the best route is wait till it's legal.
Yep.
Yeah.
21 years old.
I guess I'm on the fence. It makes sense, but morally, I see what Quink's saying.
It's just so hard nowadays not to underage because, like, I don't know if there's a percentage out there, but it's like if you go anywhere, there's going to be people doing it, and there's going to be people wanting you to do it, and it's just it's really hard to wait. I really do respect people that can actually wait till they're 21 to drink because it's just like there's so much peer pressure these days just to do it.
That's really.
You go anywhere.
You gotta be strong.
It is. You have to be definitely a strong-willed person to do that.
There's plenty of people that do it.
There is.
I respect those people with all my heart.
We just got a little deep there. I think it's time to move on.
All right.
I barely said my opinion, but
Oh wait, no,
Oh,
John.
okay,
Okay,
sorry.
John, go ahead. I'm sorry. We were talking a lot.
now let's move on.
You're
Are
okay.
you sure?
You don't,
Are
you
you
don't
sure?
have an opinion?
I do.
Would
I
you like
guess.
to share?
I would. I guess I would kind of agree with Brock. I think that I just think it's like a hectic atmosphere. I feel like there's a lot
In
more
college?
pressure in
Yeah,
college.
definitely.
I feel like there's
And there's a lot more things that can go wrong, I feel like.
yeah,
And
there's
you
a lot more
you jeopardize a lot more things by
and you jeopardize a college career, like getting an education and stuff like
yeah,
that,
exactly.
which you can do in high school too, but it's like less of an experience.
Yeah, it's not going to be as serious probably.
But and as far as like drinking goes, I feel like there's a lot more of it happening, of course,
And a lot crazier things.
Yeah. for sure. So I mean, I guess it would be better to get used to it beforehand, but of course, 21
Yep.
cannot stress enough.
It's very hard to say. It is. That's a tough question, Brock.
Thank
Good
you.
question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brock. All right, Chavez.
You're welcome, everyone.
Wow.
All right, before I get into my correct me if I'm wrong statement, I'll put a little backdrop. Have you guys heard of the 30-minute flight from NYC to London?
No.
No. There is in the making of I guess it's a jet / rocket ship type of thing. I guess it's a jet. It's called the
How
Screamer.
have I not heard about this?
It's called the Screamer.
Screamer. Is this
It-
a roller coaster?
It
The
does sound like a roller coaster.
objective is to fly from New York to London in 30 minutes.
Wow.
It is like I guess it's a jet, but it has 4 wings and 2 rear rockets, and it would take off by means of a magnetic railgun,
Wow.
or an electric launching system. It would get up to speeds up to, I guess, a Mach 10, which is equivalent to 7,673 miles per hour.
Holy crap.
That's fast.
That's pretty
What's the
fast.
speed of light?
I
Honestly,
think I've
that's-
ran that fast.
Look up
before.
speed of light.
Which is it's a 35.
How fast is
It's a
Usain Bolt?
3,500 mile trip, and you're going
What did he say in miles per hour?
7,673
meters per
miles per hour.
Okay, so what's your correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this just seems like a death trap. This just seems like a disaster waiting to happen.
Wow.
How many people can ride in it at once?
It says 75. 75 brave passengers.
How far?
That's what it says.
How far in the making of this
Yeah,
are they?
when is this coming?
How soon? This is the future. Is Tesla
Future's
making
here.
it?
Tesla is
doesn't-
making it.
Tesla.
It doesn't say.
It's got to be
when
Tesla.
it's gonna
Tesla's
be
back
here.
at it again, and if Tesla's doing it, then I believe in it.
Yeah, that man. What's his
And
name?
I'm pretty sure
Elon Musk.
I'm sure
Elon
it's in the
Musk.
near future. They're still working on the designs.
Okay. So, but it's in development, is what
It's
you're
in
saying.
development, but
You know,
correct me if I'm wrong. That just seems like a disaster
I'm-
waiting to happen.
I'll just say that I completely disagree with Chavez because you know why? People in the 1800s probably said
Live
not the
a little.
1800s. No, probably like the 1875, 1880. I don't know when the Wright
That is
brothers
the
came along.
1800s.
But anyways, they said they're gonna
Mars?
let me fly across the ocean with a thing with wings with gas. What a death trap! What a death trap that would be. That would be a terrible idea.
Oh.
You know what, Chavez? You're that guy in 1875.
You're
Planes.
him.
I mean, this is just the future. That's such an anti-progressive mindset you have,
Think about
Chavez.
this though. How
People-
are they going to land this when they're going over 7,000 miles per
Chavez,
hour?
I don't mean this.
Where are they
anyway.
gonna land?
Those people are smarter than you. They're a lot
Doubt
smarter
it.
than you. No, they are. They're
Doubt
smarter
it.
than me and you combined.
I'm sure if they let people ride in it, they're not. They're gonna know that
They're
it's
gonna.
safe.
There's regulations out there, Chavez. I mean, there should be government regulation on stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, that's actually
if
affecting
they're
people's
gonna
lives.
do it, that's affecting people's lives. It will be pretty
If
dang
they
safe
release
if they
it, it's
actually
gonna
do
be
it.
pretty foolproof. that it's going to make it every trip.
Yeah, there's no way they would put like people in danger. They'll test it a lot.
Can you imagine
I'll
if somebody
make sure.
hijacked one of those things?
Oh my
If
God.
somebody hijacked a rocket ship,
I will
it'd
say
be a mess.
that obviously there will be accidents, just like anything else. Car
But-
accidents, plane
yeah,
accidents.
Plane accidents.
I know that plane accidents are less likely at this point than car accidents.
Oh yeah, you have a better chance of getting in a crash on the way to the airport than on the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah.
Even though I will say I'm petrified of flying. I hate it. Went to Mexico one time in 7th grade, cried like a baby the whole
You
way
can
there.
fly.
That's a good point. I flied in a plane.
No, you flied in a
You
plane.
flied in a you didn't.
Yeah, I flapped my wings inside the plane.
So basically, you're flying.
Yes.
You were the one flying the plane.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So you flew.
How fast do airplanes go?
He flew.
They go like maybe 2 miles per hour.
I think they go like
Five-
250.
I think like over 300 for sure. Whenever like they're going really fast.
How
Like your
fast do
I think they go like 325, 350.
go.
I don't know. That's just a guess.
How fast do planes go? We've been looking up a lot of things here. Cruising speed of around 550 to 600 miles per hour.
That's why you never listen to me.
Yeah, I knew
I'm
it.
not very smart.
I knew it was more than 250 because you get places pretty fast.
Yeah, you do. Planes get the job done.
Oh yeah, planes do get the job.
So I think we're all in disagreement with Chavez here.
yeah, I think Chavez is being.
Very anti-progressive.
He's
Negative
realizing-
Nancy, one might say.
These people are very smart, just like Clinkert said, and they will create this thing, and they'll make it amazing.
Safe. They'll make it safe. People are
Not
cool.
safe.
I highly doubt
Amazing.
they aren't smart.
If it's affordable, I'll ride in one.
Eventually, it will be affordable, much
Just
like
like
a
all
plane.
things. Just like a plane wasn't probably
Eventually, it'll be
affordable.
nothing to us. Kind of like these HD TVs are just worth like $100. to
Yeah,
us.
the HDTVs get cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah, because
there's a
it's
bigger
like,
and
now
better
there's
TV
a 4K
every day.
TV.
I'm gonna tell you a comment I saw.
Okay,
Just one thing
tell us
before
a
we move on.
comment.
They were talking about, you know how James D. Rockefeller, I think I've told you this before, John.
Okay.
Was one of the richest people in the world, like to ever live.
Yeah.
He like had a monopoly on the
On
oil
everything.
business, like
Yeah.
pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had him.
And there's a guy who wrote an article and he said, you know what? I'm a middle class guy, but if I were to go back in time and like trade lives with John D. Rockefeller if he had a chance, he wouldn't even consider doing it.
Who said this?
This is a guy who was just writing an article.
This
It was just
middle
an author.
class guy.
Because he's saying like life is so much better today
Yeah.
than it is for
Especially-
like a middle class man than the very richest person that ever lived
Yeah.
in like the 1930s.
I think it'd be really fun though to be an Indian. Like you don't have any worries.
You mean
Hear
a
me
Native
out.
American?
What did you?
Yeah, a Native American.
Where's that even coming from?
Like back in, we're saying like advancements and stuff. Like, okay, see, it's like the most simplistic thing.
Oh,
It's the most simplistic
Oh
thing.
my God.
I think about this all the time. Like, you don't have to worry about like getting an education. No, you just worry about killing the freaking gazelles. so
That'd
you
be
can
kind of
eat
cool.
that
I
day.
agree.
You don't have any
I'm sick
huge
of this.
worries.
Like sometimes school
You have to
just
worry
like,
about such stupid
yeah,
stuff.
look at all this stuff. I just
No.
want to kill things.
Yeah, I just want to kill a freaking bear and I'll eat all week.
You don't agree? You
Kill
don't
it.
want to
No.
kill things?
no.
And like it's so simplistic. You know what your life is going to be. You have it all
That's so
figured out
stupid.
as soon as you're
You can
born.
have people go out and kill the animal for you. Go put it in the slaughterhouse or whatever they do. Process the meat.
No, I'll do
Get
it.
it into a tray and go put it in your Qdoba burrito. You don't have to do any of the work. You just give them $10. It's like how no one man in this world can make a pencil by himself. You know.
Wow, what if
I'm
our
just
only
saying it's so
worry
much more
was-
simplistic. This world is so complex
If our
now.
only worry was like getting food for ourselves,
That's a terrible
that'd be
life.
insane.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
No, just one worry.
You're
out
with
of
me,
our
John?
minds. Yes.
Thank
Let's
you.
go back.
No, that's so stupid because food isn't a worry for us. So we can worry about the football game on the night or something
No,
like that.
that's stupid. Why are we
I don't
worrying
want to
about
worry about my fantasy team. My fantasy team loses. I hate it.
that? Yeah.
I just want to worry about food.
We wouldn't even know about fantasy. We'd be like, are we going to live today?
Right, John, are you being sarcastic?
It'd be awesome.
I'm not. It'd be cool.
It'd
Okay.
be great. I've
So
thought
you
about
all
this so
idiots,
much.
that's fine.
Like sometimes I've
Let's
thought
move
about
on.
like just being a dog. Like a dog doesn't even have.
I can't
dog
even
literally
listen-
can't.
I
work.
can't listen to you
A dog
all
just
anymore.
like lays down all the time and does.
I can't listen to you all
nothing.
anymore.
There's so many complex
Exactly, you
things
have
that
no
we have to
meaning.
worry about. So many stupid things that we have to worry about.
So many
Why are we
things.
doing this? Why don't we just go kill elk?
Yeah. Let's move to Antarctica or something.
Move on to the mailbag.
Why?
This is the
We're
best.
corrupt.
We're moving on to the mailbag.
Corrupt by the
Mail
government.
time.
Jesus.
Thank you, John.
Yes, I was there for you, buddy.
You weren't at first. You thought I was stupid at first, but once you heard me
Well, it's
out,
funny that you just randomly said that.
John, read the mailbag.
Okay. We're going with James JJ.
James
Out of
JJ?
Michigan State University. Would like to say, correct me if I'm wrong. He said, correct me if I'm wrong, But when you choose a Halloween costume, you should be choosing a costume that makes you look good rather than trying to make a good costume.
Truth.
Okay.
So you're trying to look good for other people.
You're building off... Yeah, so he specifically mentioned in parentheses muscles. For ladies, butt. Stuff like that. Butts.
I don't know how much girls care about butts, but...
I'll have to agree because
ladies' butts.
I was Jackie Moon, and that was specifically
about ladies' butts.
so I could show off my beautiful thighs.
Yes.
No, actually, I'm going to disagree. I would rather have people have like a funny costume.
Yeah, I
or,
like
an
crafty
awesome-
costumes.
I don't
awesome
like when people try to be like
costume.
too creative.
You gotta find the perfect
Right.
medium.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a perfect mixture of craftiness and good-lookiness.
So like with all these, it feels like all the costumes are the same nowadays for girls. It's basically
Yeah.
whoever's hottest now.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
That's
I
what
don't
they
really
like
like
in
it.
the-
I kind of like whenever
Yeah.
girls do like funny stuff. I think it's cute. Whenever
Yeah.
they just do like
I
something
would go for
like,
that kind of girl.
cool or
For
funny.
sure. I was a milkman.
John was a milkman for Halloween.
I didn't show off much or anything, but get the job done. The milkman was very cool.
Milkman was very cool. Let's go. What were you, Quinkert?
You know what? I actually have a perfect thing for this.
Look at this. Look at this.
Okay, first night on Friday night, I went out as a Where's Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Yes, a more crafty thing. I put like tape on a red shirt and everything.
Yeah.
Went out with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, very easy to make still.
Oh, yeah.
Got a red hat there. Like, it was a little bit crafty. And the second night, I said, you know what? I looked like an absolute fool last night. And you know, I think that's fine. So the next night, I went out. Not that I looked good in it, but I went out as a basketball player, so I didn't look like
That
a fool.
was the most bum Halloween
Yeah.
costume I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, it was. But that's what people...
It wasn't even a Halloween costume. You literally just wore a jersey.
No, I put on a headband.
A headband.
So
Awesome.
I had
Travis had a headband on.
You weren't
I
even...
was...
I was a runner.
I mean, it was cheap, okay? And once again, I just looked like a fool the other night. Not that I looked good in a Louisville basketball jersey, but I didn't want to look like a fool again. Because it gets to a certain threshold where you just can't look like a fool for much longer, you
I
know?
thought you looked like a fool in the jersey.
What does this have to
too,
do with
but
the question?
You can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
What do you mean, what does this have to do with this question? Has everything
What
to do
side
with
is
the
it
question.
on?
Yeah, were you showing off or were you...
I'm saying that
So
you
you-
have to go a little for looks because you don't want to look like a fool like I did in my Where's Waldo
You're
costume.
agreeing kind of with James J.
Yes. Gosh.
Our greatest listener of all time.
Thanks you all for telling me about how much you hated my Halloween costume.
it
Because
sucked.
you know a lot of people freaking do that. Like literally 25% of the people had on basketball jerseys and said they were a basketball player.
People don't want to hear you
It's
cry,
just a
Quinkert.
total bum thing to do.
We look
Travis,
back
do you
at
have
it again.
anything to say?
At least I stayed
Did you
above
say
the back.
something?
I agree with what's his name?
James J.
James JJ. I agree with JJ.
All right. Why? You like to look at
I
girls?
like to show off my legs.
I think that's...
I think last year I showed off my legs. This year I definitely showed off my legs.
His legs. It worked for him last year, apparently.
Do you think girls are checking out your legs?
Yeah. Have you seen my quads?
Yeah.
God, we're talking about
I
just
feel like-
crazy stuff today.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
Sooner or later, the government's going to start punishing too revealing costumes. They better get it in while you
Oh,
can.
wow. And then everyone's going to wear them.
Don't get brainwashed like John and Alex.
I am brainwashed by the government. Brock, do we have another mailbag?
Yeah, but it's not in correct me if I'm wrong format.
Wow, so we're basically going to punish this man, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's gonna get hung.
Hopefully he's not
Jamal
under-
C from KC.
No.
Is that a football player?
Jamal C from KC. It's either Jamal Charles,
Or-
who has a torn ACL at his house. He's basically dead anyways. We don't even have to kill him.
What? Oh,
He already got his punishment of a torn ACL,
He has a
so
torn
So this is obviously under a fake alias.
he's out for the season. How do
or
you,
a real alias.
Because
I think
Jamal
Jamal
can't
might be
type.
listening. Yeah, Jamal can't type. Are you saying Jamal can't read or type?
He doesn't
I'm
have
saying
email.
I don't think
He can't
Jamal
listen?
listens. He can listen.
He doesn't have electronic
He doesn't
mail.
have ears now? Are we going to cut his ears off too?
Can we
for
go
this?
to the correct me if I'm wrong?
Oh, Jamal C says, why is it okay for us to run upstairs, but not okay for us to run everywhere else?
Well, Jamal, you
Like
run the
in
football
public.
field all the
In
time.
public.
So.
In public, yeah. whenever
Jamal, you can't run anymore.
yeah, Jamal, your ACL's torn. You better stop running upstairs. You better stop running everywhere.
So, Quinker, why Are you an expert in this?
I would say I'm a connoisseur of sorts
Yes.
at running upstairs.
So he knows about running
I'm
upstairs.
scared of a lot of things.
Why is it a social norm to do that?
Because I'll tell you why. Because it starts when you're a little kid. You're scared of the monsters in the basement that are
True,
going to
but
come get
that's-
you when you run up the stairs.
So that's in
That's
comfort
it,
of your
that
own
one.
home. That's not in public.
Yeah, you're right. In public, I do it. But it just starts to become such a habit. Because how often do you go to stairs when you're a little kid anyways in public?
I do. I think
Okay, probably all the time. But, you just get in a habit of running up the stairs. And you're like, I'm going to keep on running upstairs, It all starts when you're scared of the monsters in the basement.
Yeah,
Then you
and
start
then you
running
run up-
upstairs in public.
Yeah.
And then you just start running upstairs everywhere.
Do you guys ever run up the stairs like on all fours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do that
that's
before.
On
fun.
accident when I trip.
No, I do it like a lot.
It's fun. It's like a bear. It's like being a bear. I do it in public all the time. Are you talking about public?
No,
Like in public, you do.
Do
the
y'all
bear.
ever pretend
No.
like velociraptors?
How do they walk up the stairs?
Oh god.
They do that, and
Wow.
then they run upstairs.
Well, anyways.
I run upstairs.
But anyways, I'm gonna disagree with Quinkert. I think the reason people run upstairs
Squares.
is they run up they run up squares. They're actually rectangles, but they run up rectangles because they want to get it over with. Stairs suck.
Yes.
Why
I'm
do
with
you?
you?
Why do you want to like prolong it and just like keep like going
Stairs
up
are
these
the
freaking
worst.
stairs? Let's get them over with and run up these things.
And that's why you can't.
And
run
everyone's
in
like, you know what?
general.
He's got a good idea. He should run up those stairs, get it over with.
This is why Brock
I
did.
mean, I skip stairs.
This is why Brock did poorly on his last OCHIM test. The OCHIM test was so bad, he said, I'm going to go as fast as I possibly can. And then he turned it in before everyone else, and he got a bad grade. So that's what happens when you try to get through painful things quick.
I guess so.
Sorry.
Are stairs testing you?
Or maybe Oakham's just really hard.
Maybe.
No,
Stairs
yeah.
aren't that hard. Brock has trouble walking upstairs too.
Yeah.
I wish it was acceptable to run on set, like on just in general. I think that's painful too.
Even if I'm late to class, I wouldn't run because people give you weird looks when you run to class,
Yeah.
Flag just fell in the background.
People don't really like it.
Yeah. People hate when you run.
I mean, it's okay if you're working out or something, but you have to have clearly workout clothes on if you're going to run in public.
Producer, stop talking about the football.
Producers is talking too much about this football thing. I don't know what the hell it
distracting
is.
us.
Jamal knows what it is.
Okay, so I think
I think.
we're all in agreement.
Wait, what is his opinion?
No, yes, this isn't going to correct me
He
if
thinks
I'm wrong.
he thinks you should be allowed to run everywhere.
So he thinks you should be allowed to run
Yeah,
I
he
agree
thinks-
you should be able
he
to
thinks
run
people
everywhere.
shouldn't
Why
judge.
not?
Let's all run everywhere.
Why not?
People shouldn't judge you for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more judging
Okay.
people.
From now on, let's all leave
Yeah.
5 minutes before class and just run to class.
All right, deal. And
Like
I will never,
gazelles.
I'll
Run like
never make
gazelles.
fun of people who run ever again.
Yep.
Sorry, Brent.
Like,
What was that?
What kind of laugh is that?
What are you?
You guys edit
Who are you
that
talking?
out.
Are you talking about Brent? Who?
the
Your friend?
the guy who came up with the first.
Brent was one of our mailbag people. So he's,
He was the
he's
mailbag
remembered.
guy from 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
His ass.
This last 30 seconds has been terrible, John. See what time it is and just edit all that out. That was
Yeah.
brutal on my part.
Okay.
Are we gonna sign off? or
Definitely not
anything?
going to edit it.
Okay,
I mean,
so
it's
now's the
alright.
time for
I'll tell you the email. Is that
yes,
the time?
Tell them the
Yeah.
email. It's that time.
Okay, if you want to email us your own Correct Me If I'm Wrong, send it to us at correctmeifimwrongshow@gmail.com. And maybe, just maybe, you can be on an episode of Correct Me If I'm Wrong and get berated by us.
That's right. Just like Jamal C.
Yep, Jamal C. got it today.
So
Jay-
now we're moving on to
What? Scores.
Scores!
We always forget about scores.
Scores.
Scoreboard.
Producer.
Our producer today is Dakin, who,
Not sure if he was listening.
No, he was.
but he'll
He's
give us
playing
scores
Smash
anyway.
all the time.
Come on
I saw
over
him
here,
playing Little
Dakin.
Smash.
Get close to the
But he was
microphone
listening because he was talking.
and
As he was watching football, he turned the.
Alright, I have some
Hey,
scores.
no
Scores
reason for
everybody.
numerical values today.
Notoriously
Just give us 4 through
known
first.
for
'cause you're
giving
the only-
Yeah,
me
let's
low
give us 4
scores.
through first.
Just give us 4 through first.
Yeah, might as well.
Don't let Brock talk you
No,
into
I'll
a first
give you
place
the
victory.
scores. I'll
Okay.
give you the scores.
Okay, he's going with the scores. He didn't
Ready?
care.
You ready for the scores?
Okay.
7, 6, 5, 6. That's for you guys to figure out.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
6,
I was
5,
definitely the
6.
7.
Oh my.
Is it in order of the table?
You guys can talk about it. Who's who?
Jesus, this is.
It is in the order of the table, but you
So-
don't know where it starts.
Oh my god.
7, 6, 5, 6.
I'm gonna be
7,
honest.
6, 5, 6.
That's the
7,
scores.
6.
That's the right score.
I mean,
You
I
have to
think-
figure it out.
I
think-
definitely did not get a 7. I know that.
All right, so Chavez is
I'm
definitely
gonna
the
6.
5.
Whoa.
I think Chavez is probably the 5. I'm not gonna lie. You all think Chavez is the 5?
Chavez didn't talk once the
No.
football game came on.
7, 6.
I don't think Brock is the 7.
7-6-5-6.
Oh my god! But if Brock's the 7, then I was the worst one.
No, I think
don't
you're the
that-
7.
You think I'm the 7?
I thought John was the 7. I said that from the beginning.
So
Is Dakin ever going to tell us?
Wait,
That's
no,
what-
this
Maybe a
is...
mystery.
If I'm the 5,
we
theoretically,
need you to tell
these
us.
2 can't be the 7s. It's got to be you or me.
Oh
Wait.
my god! Why?
Why? It could
It
be
could be
literally
any of
anyone.
us. It could be literally any
There's
of us.
no rhyme or reason.
Brock
to
is
anything
trying to guilt Dakin into giving him the 7. I think it might have worked.
Dakin, we need
It
you
might
to
have
tell
worked.
us.
Dakin, tell us.
eventually.
No, it's for you guys.
No, we
Dakin, we need you to tell
We
us the
need a
champion.
winner.
Yeah. You guys should know who won.
Dakin, tell us.
We don't think it
Tell
was
us,
ourselves.
tell us who got the 7.
See, that's why you guys are all such.
We're all egotistical,
Yeah.
and that's the
Dakin,
point.
you got to get
You
on
all
with
thought
this.
you
Is that the point of this entire podcast?
Hey, I
Listen
said-
for us.
I didn't think I was a 7.
Okay,
I admit.
Chavez is out. He wasn't the
I thought I had the
wow.
I thought I had the best topic. I think it was the most.
I think
thought-provoking.
Brock guilted Dakin in. I think it has nothing to do with it. I think it's the fact that Brock complained so much.
I don't think Brock's
about
the
Dakin's
7.
red score.
Yeah, Dakin would never give me a 7.
No, I think either me or Brock are the 7.
Okay, I said John was the 7. I said that multiple times.
So you do think I have a chance of being?
Yeah,
a
I
7.
think Brock has a chance.
I think
really
you
like
all.
this topic.
I think you all are also saying I'm not the 7 because I had
think
the
you're
most
6.
wins. I think I had the most wins. So you all don't
You
want me to
are
get
at
this win.
2. You are at 2.
So
I
we
had the most
gotta-
wins. I think I had the
How are
most.
we going to decide who the
My
7 was? We need a
subject-
winner
We have
for
to
next
decide
week.
on
Dakin,
our own.
tell
Dakin
us.
has
Say
to
it.
tell
Oh,
us.
you guys really have to.
Oh
decide.
my
Dakin, please tell us.
God.
So you want us to guess until we're right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
We all come
let's
up-
all guess.
Let's all guess.
I think I was the 7. John and Brock with the 6.
Wait, what was the order again? 7, 6, 5, 6?
7-6-5-6, 7-6-5-6, 7-6-5-6.
I think, yeah, I'll go with this one. 7, 6, 5, 6. Quinkert 7, Brock 6, Chavez 5, me 6.
I think I agree with
It's the
that.
football game's fault.
Go ahead, Brock. What do you think?
I think I was the 7. I think I deserve.
Do you think
the
John
Alright.
was the 5? Okay.
I guess so. I don't think John deserves the 5, but I got to be the 7.
All
I
right.
think you guys are gonna have to come to terms with yourselves. Or no
Alright.
one's ever gonna know.
So we guessed he was a 7. We guessed he was the 7. We didn't guess either of us being the 7 yet.
I already said I think John was the 7.
All right, so 7.
No,
We're going
I'm
to guess
kidding.
7.
I think I'm the 7. I'm kidding. Because Chavez has got to be the 5.
So 7, 6, 6 Quinkert, 5 Brock, 6 Chavez.
This is getting
Is that
monotonous,
it?
Dakin.
Fine, We're
Tell us.
locking it in.
I don't even think Dakin knows which one.
We're
it is.
locking it in,
7,
Dakin.
6, 5, 6.
We're locking it
Dakin,
in.
we locked it in.
Jonathan Stewart.
Oh my
touchdown.
God.
Dakin, we locked it in.
He only cares about John Stew.
He only cares about this game.
Wait, was that Tolbert?
Dude, we're gonna have to edit.
No,
We're gonna have to edit so
no,
much of this out until Dakin tells us.
Yeah.
Because it's gotten so long.
No, I'm teaching you guys a lesson.
Dakin!
No, none of you are right.
What? None of us are right.
Yeah, no, that's the point of the show. You guys all think that you're right, and now you're gonna have to say that someone else was right.
What?
Dakin, please just tell us who the winner
Who's
was.
right then?
You guys correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, God. You're putting us in
We need a
pain.
winner though, so that way we can like
You're
figure out who
making
goes
yourself a
first
character
next
on the
week.
show.
Yeah.
You're a producer.
No, I'm a character.
Producer.
No.
Dakin, give us the scores.
Alright, correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the right scores in any particular order.
Oh my god.
Does he have scores?
He doesn't even have
Quit
scores.
making yourself a personality.
Give us the scores, Dakin. You listen
Chavez
to
is
this.
jealous of my personality.
Alright,
Oh
they
my
can just give us scores.
I
He's just
don't know
forcing
the
his way
scores.
into the show.
Bacon,
I
you,
was busy.
No, you were listening. I saw you look up.
heard
at
it in the
times.
background
Alright,
somewhat.
what were topics again?
Oh.
Alright,
Okay.
Brock was underage drinking, whether you should do it high school or college. His was the jet that can travel to New York to England in 30 minutes. Mine was Twitter is dying out for me.
Mine was the very thought-provoking. You shouldn't be punished for things that don't affect other people.
Yeah.
I like Brock and Jacobs the best. They had the best topics. Now let's see.
Just remember how Brock was fucking choking.
Brock really likes to choke at the end.
He does.
usually gets to the finals and then chokes it away.
Wow.
Let's see. What was Brock's argument on Jacobs? Did he agree with it? Did you agree with what Jacob said?
What was Jacob's again?
It was, yeah, Brock agreed with it. Everyone
The hard-
agreed
And
with it.
Jacob agreed with Brock's?
No, I disagreed with Brock's.
Did you agree with Brock's?
Yeah, I agreed with it.
Did you agree with Brock's?
I was on the fence.
Yeah,
So
he
mine was
agreed
the
with it first, then
You
he
need to
like
decide.
counted
You
back.
decide the winner then.
Oh.
If you agree, Brock wins. If you disagree, Quink wins.
Well, he said I
He
kind of
agreed
agree with
at
Quink.
first.
He said I kind of agree with Quink at the end. So
He agreed at first, and then he changed it to like
I
in
don't even know what he
between.
said. I'm putting it on Chavez. Agree or disagree?
This is the fucking disaster.
At first, he came on and said, "Sorry, parents, but I agree with Brock."
And then at the end, he said, I see what Quink is saying. I kind of agree with him now. That was his ending statement. It's not where you begin, it's where you end.
The most agreements is going to win it, and it's up to Chavez.
No, everyone agreed with me.
Why should the most agreements win? Shouldn't it be the most thought-provoking topic that...
They're both pretty tough.
Yeah, they were pretty thought-provoking.
It should
Why
be
should
for
they
me
do-
up to the side.
Well, you got to agree with someone.
John's deciding the winner. John has a lot of editing to do tonight. So.
John, who won?
Brock.
All right. Thank you.
I know exactly why a person
I
would
liked
win that's already in
Brock's.
first
I
place.
liked Brock's topic better. I'm being honest. His was one of the more deep topics.
I know mine was very deep.
Yours was pretty deep too, but I liked Brock's.
Thank
See
you,
what happens
John.
when you don't pick a winner. People who don't deserve to win. You know how many games of Smash Brock won today? 0.
What does that have to
Why?
do with this?
Because you're a loser, and losers don't win.
All right.
Now you just sound like a baby. You just sound like a diva.
Well, so
You
we
just
got
make yourself
Mr.
sound
Diva
stupid.
over here.
You do this every week. You say this every
Because you are every week.
This podcast, we've gone off the rails,
This is probably...
and I love it. Goodbye, everybody. We will see you guys next week.
Hopefully, if they still want to tune in.
If you still want to tune in, that is, because of the diva over here.
Diva.
All right, see you guys.